What's happening, everyone? Tell me something slick and make it stick. Welcome to Cigar Chats and Mac. I am super excited today. I got a very good friend of mine, Mr. Ola. We're gonna get into a deep conversation with this brother. I'm excited to talk to him. I mean, I want to hear you guys. I can't wait for him to tell you guys his life story. He was a huge proponent of my book. He made so many interesting parallels to it with his life and things of that nature. He let me know that there's ghetto diamonds all around the world. So listen, I tell you what, go get you something to drink, go get you something to eat, whatever it may be, and get your notepad because my boy O's going to drop some serious gems for you as well. All right, so you guys stay tuned. We'll be back in a second. All right, welcome back, everyone. So officially, let me properly introduce my man. I know I affectionately call him O. Tell the people, my audience, a little bit about yourself and where you from. You from a place that we actually all are from.
Oh, you mean Africa? y'all keep buying that?
Oh man, we ain't from there.
Nah. My name is Ola. I'm from Nigeria. A little bit about myself. I don't know, man. I just, trying to make it everyday life. I'm always at the gym. That's where we met.
You did.
I met you at the gym, and I'm always trying to either read or learn something new. And we started chatting it up about your book, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. I told you.
Yeah, you did. You did, brother. You
Yeah.
did. So, far as your profession, man, I know what exactly do you do?
I'm a software engineer. I'm an IT person.
Okay.
So what I pretty much do is I manage accounts with software. Whatever software they're using that relates to my company, that's managing their accounts and make sure everything is running effectively for them, troubleshooting, helping align the best resource to help them manage their environment. Pretty much what I do. I'm in front of computers.
Now, I used to be in tech myself. Let me ask you this. Regarding technology, do you feel, that, the African Americans and Black people and people of, of color, period, Latinos as well, how do you feel that we're represented in the tech space? Do you think that that's a space that we're underserved at?
I don't want to say we're underserved, but at the same time, it's like I would encourage more brothers or people of color to get to at least know the basic of that field. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things we could do in that field to help bridge the income inequality gap that we have now. You see what I'm saying? So to bridge that, the quickest way that I see is in technology. Because what nobody can control that. And business need that. So it doesn't matter. I think the problem we get caught up on is the race optics of things sometimes. If we look at things from the perspective of money, right, it doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? Race only matters later. Money-wise, the reason why they're ahead of the game is because they're willing to do certain things that we talk ourselves out of doing.
Certain things like what? Oh, that's deep.
Like, I will hear some conversations sometimes with some brothers. They'll be like, "Oh, I don't want to work in corporate America." Okay, well, what is your business platform? If you don't have one, then that's your get in that, make some money, then start your foundation for your business platform at that point. Because there's money out here. There's money in technology.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's I think your book is needed for a brother or a person that feels like, oh well, if I'm not a ball player, if I'm not a rapper, what else can I do?
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? You never looked at it that way. Like every chapter of that book is the same adversity and the same progress that I made pretty much since I've been in this country. That's why I like your book so much.
Mm.
I came to
Mm.
16. You know what I'm saying? My parents didn't come here with me. I just started
No.
observing how does money move.
Mm.
You see what I'm
So,
saying?
oh, stay right there. So I want people to understand so that those that make a lot of excuses, people that are born in this country with so many resources and sit up here and say what I can and can't do, what this person won't let me do, or what that person won't let me do. You're saying that you came to this country and you didn't know nobody. You had no family here. Is that correct, though?
Well, I can't say I didn't know nobody. So when I came to this country, my family back home knew. See, the way Nigerian culture works, if we get an opportunity to come here, you
Mm-hmm.
might end up here with somebody that's not really your family member directly, but a friend of the family,
Okay.
right? We speak the same language from the same culture. They accept
Got
you
it.
into their home, hopefully, right?
Yeah.
And then, but you have to start navigating for
Okay.
yourself. You
Mm.
see, unless it's your immediate family, nobody's just gonna let you live in their house and do nothing.
You ain't lying about that. Even immediate family, I ain't gonna let you stay here and do nothing too
You see
long.
what I'm saying? And we Africans, like if you look at America as a whole, most of the jobs that some Americans will not even do is handled by Africans and immigrants. You see what I'm saying? So what you
Mm-hmm.
want to do is you want to find. So when I came in, I was listening to the adults speak, adult people that look like me speak about their struggles.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
So
Mm-hmm.
when I speak, I was speaking, okay, this how you move, this how money move, this is how things move, this how things make sense.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So I didn't have any excuse of I didn't have a context. Remember, I came in as a child, as a 16-year-old. So I didn't have a context of the media, I didn't have the context of racism, I didn't have the context of anything.
None of that.
Right. I came from a poor Nigerian community where even television was like, I don't get the same information you get. You see what I'm saying?
Mm. That's right.
So I didn't know what I was. I just, everything we know about America before I came to this country was there's America is the richest country in the world. That's
It's the land of
it.
opportunity. That's all you
That's
know.
literally it. And then you come here and you're like, wait a minute, it's not really like that.
And now they sold me a dream. It's messed up over here too.
You, you see what I'm saying?
That's right.
So you
That's
start
right.
figuring out stuff as you go. So you have to listen. You have to listen to the elders, even if they, I don't know if you could curse on here, but even if it's the same
Now you
bullshit.
curse. You can. Now, yeah, you can curse though. That's fine.
You
Do
see,
you?
what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
always filter through. But even when I talk to you guys at the gym, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. 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 Yeah.
I
Yeah.
always
Yeah. It
filter
took
through
you.
the bullshit and just listen straight to what you say. Like there's knowledge. Even somebody that's like bullshitting you all day, there's knowledge in whatever it is they're bullshitting you about.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So, like with your book, I felt like from the beginning to the end, I saw your life living, born and raised in America through your eyes, through those
That's
books.
right.
You see what I'm saying? Even your
Yes, sir.
adversity with your family, um, even like the story towards the end about your mom and the resentment and all of the things, you coming back home, your grandmother and all of that.
Yeah.
That's a real family situation in Africa as well.
Mm. So you telling me that the same issues and family dynamic problems we have here, it's the
Yeah,
same thing in Africa as well.
as well. You see what I'm saying? So when I'm reading your book, I'm laughing because I'm like, dude, looking at it from your eyes, it's like, okay, what's the difference? I'm African. This guy is born and raised here, and
That's
we are almost the same in experience of life, except
yeah,
you
we
were
are.
born here.
You, wow. And I remember you told me that. And that's when I knew it was something my book was special because I said if a guy who was born in another continent could read my book and not only identify with it, understand it, and see himself in the journey, then I knew that there were ghetto diamonds all over the world, such as yourself.
Exactly. And that's why I felt like the title was fitting as well.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
With
Mm-hmm.
pressure, a lot of people show what they're really made of, and then some people fall off. That's how. You see what I'm saying? So from those adversities, I could see even my, uncles or brothers or even people I met here that lived through the same. I could see them through that book. Like, oh, that looks familiar. Oh, that right there looked like the same issue Uncle blah 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 was dealing with baby mama. You see what I'm saying? It's similar.
Wow.
That's why I don't understand like this divide of Africans and Black Americans. No, we are living through the same struggle, yo.
So, how do you feel about that? And I know you personally have a different, that propaganda, that bullshit that we're different, and of course we've been indoctrinated to think we're different, and when you go to Africa, and I've been, and I remember talking to you before I went to Africa, and
did you enjoy it?
Was like, man, I had the time. I love Kenya, and let me tell you something. Everything you told me to do, I did. You said, hey, look, when you go there, get amongst the people, get in the culture. Hey, they don't eat with forks over there. They eat their food with their hands. Eat your ugali and your beef and
observe them.
And all that with your hands.
Yep, observe what they're doing, repeat exactly what they're doing, and they will embrace you like, because it's a love is for every person loves that. You see what I'm saying? If I see you walk into your house, take your shoes off, I'm gonna take my shoes off out of respect because I just saw you take your shoes off. If I walk in your house with shoes on because I wear shoes in my house, okay, well, Mac doesn't wear shoes in his house. That's disrespectful.
That's right.
So now the rest of your trip is gonna be ruined because they're gonna be like, oh, this jackass American. You see what I'm saying?
You told me. You said, listen, a lot of Americans go over there, they're arrogant, and they get their asshole off over there. Right. And you told me one thing, y'all, I want y'all to remember. Told me, this is why it pays to be humble and have good people in your circle. And he said, listen, when you get there, Mac, Africa I know America is wild. I know America is dangerous. Mac, I know Chicago is dangerous. He said, but brother, Africa is a different beast. He said, listen, I don't even move around by myself like that. I have somebody to pick me up because it's that dangerous. And I don't want to scare nobody because I had a beautiful time. But he advised me. He made me understand the level of struggle and poverty those people have. And if I end up in the wrong hands, I could be a meal for 5 or 10 years to somebody. But so he helped me out and made sure I understood. And I had a great time. I got taken care of. I had safety to and from, and those people there embraced me as one because I was humble and I submitted to the culture. So, I just want to tell you thank you on the Mactastic show, man. Thank you, brother.
We have to represent Africa in good light so that you guys can go visit and help us bring some good economy to Africa. You know,
bring some of that damn money over there.
Bring some of that money over there. You know what I'm saying? Nigeria, Lagos still don't have light. Lagos, where I grew up at, they still don't have light. So we need all the help we can get. Come to Africa.
Go over there and stimulate the economy, y'all. We need to go over there and and stimulate the economy.
I know, right?
So, I want to talk to you a little bit about, fitness journey. That we met in the gym, and I want to say the thing that I've always admired about you. First of all, wouldn't nobody ever look at you and know that you were in your damn 40s?
I appreciate
brother, when you told me your age, I was like, no, you're a damn lie, man. I was like, this guys, let me tell you something. When I first got to LA Fitness, and it was in Alpharetta, and I had to work myself back into shape, and was just as genuine, warm as he is now, and he was always would speak, but like he said, he would just observe me. He saw me working out with my sons and things of that nature. And he inspired me because this brother was always he always was immaculate and I mean just pristine and on point about his fitness regime. We talk about running, and he's the one that taught me the importance of working my core. So, I wanted you to kind of give a little jewel, man, on the people of why brother fitness is so important to you, and what keeps you going, man.
Um, I think it's very important to our community to exercise, to get up on.
Okay.
Don't even exercise as crazy, Mac. I know what you're talking about. Don't even exercise as crazy as I do. Just get up
Don't
and
do
move
that. I would
about.
not advise nobody to do what O do. Don't do what O do. O will leave you hurt.
Man. But no, just it helps. It helps with our mental health, and
Mm-hmm.
also it helps a lot with health in general. In general, a lot of these medications and all of these things that we're putting in our body, it's not really helping, even though yes, it's relieving your pain, but it's gonna keep coming back. Fitness, on the other hand, keeps you out of that because you can actually follow in tune with your own body, in tune with your body, know what every organ in your body is doing. You will be able to, like if I have a stomach issue right now, I could tell because my stomach will feel weird.
That's right.
So before I even go to the doctor, I'm going, okay, what changed? What changed in my diet? What changed in my routine? What did I touch? How did my immune system drop so drastically that I'm feeling this pain? So fitness is very important. It's important to me a lot. Also, it's a hobby. Some people have addiction. I don't. I'm at the gym, and it's not like I spend a lot of time in there though.
No. You're
Like,
efficient. You efficient. You're gonna get in, hit your weight, then you're gonna go run outside for about an hour. I'm like, what is wrong with this?
outside running is good, man. It's good. It helps you. Look, outside running is good for thinking.
Okay.
And I'm a thinker. I think a lot.
And
it helps me. Right.
Yeah.
And it helps me also it helps you with overthinking. It helps me if like a same thought is circling in my head. By the time I come around that mile or 2 miles, I need to get to the root of that thought so I can get it out. I think a lot of us gets our thoughts out, there will be less aggravation, there will be less violence, because most of the time our disagreement and our problems is 95% misunderstanding and 5% our ego. That's it.
So you're saying, that if we learn how to communicate and have better emotional intelligence and we were more in tune with ourselves, we could probably reduce and mitigate a lot of this violence that we have in our own community.
Yeah.
I agree, brother.
Most of the time it's about communication. Like, if I, for example, I see you at the gym all the time, I accidentally drop a weight on your feet. It's very easy for you to be like, yo, what you doing? And I go, oh, I apologize. I didn't mean to hurt you. Or I'm sorry, I didn't even see you there. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
but
sir.
Because of our ego and pride and the adrenaline pumping, us men, who are you talking to? No, you're focused on the wrong part of the story. It's not he's not who he's talking to, it's what he said. Just say you're sorry and move on. Yeah. It doesn't make you less man. It's that thought. So with me, when I go run, I clear those thoughts. Because I want to know, okay, why do you feel this way? Why are you upset? What's wrong? A lot of people don't talk to themselves. A lot of people don't say, what's wrong? If you just sit down and go, what's wrong? You feel like, remember when we talked about your book the first time? And you were and I was telling you about, there was a chapter in there that somebody doubted your ability to go out and get it.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of your audience have read the book. I don't want to mess it up for them. Go read the book, man. But
go read Get Old Diamonds. Go read Get Old Diamonds.
But the look at the way you thought through that process with that young lady shows me that, okay, this guy figure out how to hold his emotion in, think through it, and then yes, you made a different decision. But at that point, I would have shared with her that, you know what? I didn't like that statement because you're putting me down. You don't believe in me.
Yeah.
To be able to achieve what I want to go achieve. You see what I'm saying? So you left to go achieve what you got to go achieve. You're still the bad guy because she just said that, oh, you went to move on after things started working out for you rather than say, no, it was because of what you said.
It's because of what you said. Thank you, bro.
You see what I'm saying?
No, you're 100% correct, brother. That's why I left. I had to go.
Simple. That's why I run. That's why I run. That's what I was telling you. You can't let my mind go. Sorry.
No, and I like that because even when you do, that's the great thing about a conversation with you. Even though your mind is brilliant the way it's wired, it all ties back into the point that we want to go. So I want that you to be you. But going back to the book, kind of transitioning a little bit back to the book, man. Who that figure, that great grandma, mama, and that was everybody who's ever read that book felt that they gained a bonus mom, a bonus grandmother, man. How do you feel? Because that figure is gone now for a lot of us. So how do you feel, man, that boy not having that praying grandmother, those spiritual people? How do you feel that's affected our community, man?
A lot. Because I feel like a lot of people is dealing with half story.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
The story is not see, back when you and I were growing up, like you said in your book as well, grandma was the foundation of the house, right?
He was the matriarch.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And if you look at women's position in society, men is the go-getter and the women are supposed to take care of the house. Well,
yes, sir.
The thing with grandma and mothers back then was they spoke a lot. So they tell you stories, things, they give you information. Grandma speak life into you. You see what I'm saying? Grandma is always,
yes,
regardless of what you're going through or whatever you're doing, grandma always have a positive word to say to it. Some grandmas. Right. I don't know about the new grandmas nowadays, but
now new grandmas in the club, bro. These new grandmas in the club now. This ain't the ones we knew.
Yeah. When we were growing up, like my grandma told us stories in the evening, back in Nigeria, in the village. I remember when I was very young, like I want to say 6 or 7. We'll sit outside in the dark at night on the mat, and my grandma will sit on a dogon, like a upside down stool made out of plywood or whatever.
Yeah.
And she will tell us stories. She will tell us stories about our ancestors. She will tell us, we call it folklore, which is like Asian old, like mystic stories. How accurate they were, I don't know. But
I don't know, man.
But she paint a picture of our ancestors for us.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And I felt like throughout the years we kind of got away from that.
That's an interesting thing because that was the one thing that Mama always did, even though she was first generation removed from slavery. But she told me vivid stories because her grandmother was a slave who raised her. So although I was far by the time I came along, I was far gone from slavery. I felt a connection to those people because she was the bridge to your point to pass down those stories, to keep the legacy, to understand where you come from and be proud, but know that you got so much further to do and appreciate the people that paid the dues for you to get here. And that's another thing. We lost that lineage, that heritage, that legacy. We don't have no respect no more for the people that paid the dues for us to get here. Like we just think we just landed here. No, there's people that paid dues.
You gotta give them respect back so they can tell us more stories and paint us in a better light.
That's right.
And I feel like your grandma in your book was always seeing the good in you. It doesn't matter what you were going through.
Always, brother.
She just always saw the good in you, and that also reminded me of my grandmother. It's like she'll tell us this elaborate story. It doesn't matter what kind of trouble we get in at school or whatever we're doing. She always find a way to find a positive thing out of it. You see what I'm saying? It's not like she excused our bad behaviors. She just shed a different light on it that makes it okay. Here's a positive way to look at it.
And another thing, those women, your grandmother, my grandmother, they made up for the mistakes of our parents because our parents were younger, doing the younger folks, not knowing anything, and somebody was there to catch us.
Yep.
Nowadays, that's the problem. We got kids raising kids, and there's nobody there to help. There's no wisdom.
Right. I mean, there's still, I mean, there's some, I guess, but it's not as much as it used to be back in the days.
No. Oh, with the community, it takes a village to raise a child. Yeah,
that's practiced in Africa a lot. I remember in my neighborhood growing up in Lagos, man, is the whole community, is the whole. You get in trouble with one, everybody gonna hear about it, and you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
So
I remember you telling me that. So you're a father as well, man. Would you mind sharing a little bit? You know, I know we're coming up on our, on our time soon. Would you mind talking a little bit about fatherhood and how you've seen me as a father, you were being a father, and the importance of me in my book talking about it. You make them, you raise them. And I was honest. I was a man who said I don't want to be bothered as a single father. I was real. I didn't want to give up the player lifestyle and all of that, but I had to answer the highest call of duty. I made him, I raised him. Talk to the people a little bit about you being a father and the importance of fatherhood, you feel.
Well, I mean, it's important because now, so it's twofold. It actually affects me as well, because there's a lot of things that we thought we knew before, and it's just us repeating the same cycle of our fathers or their father, which is work, be successful, try your best to just provide for your family, but no interaction or showing them the way. And you see what I'm saying? You brought the boys to the gym, you make sure they're in some program, you're actually a present father. You're not just paying for their schools, you're not just paying for their child support. You see what I'm saying? You're actually incorporating them in your day to day. You're seeing what they're up to.
Yes, sir.
And that's what we need to get back to. The job is great, don't get me wrong, but we need to, once the job is over, still engage them. They're still human beings. You know what I'm saying? So you still have to engage the children and raise them and show them, especially if that's what you want them to be successful, they need to know that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Just because you went to work doesn't mean, I showed them hard work because I was at work today. No, you got to check in with them too and go, hey, how was your day? What did you do today to contribute to this family? You know what I'm saying? And you have an honest conversation with them. Were you in the street, or were you trying to figure out your t-shirt hustle? You know what I'm saying?
What you do with your life today, man?
Exactly.
How you helping us?
So that's why I think fathers is very important, especially nowadays. And I strive to be close to you in that area. Seeing you and the boys made me happy that yes, we do have black fathers. They can keep the narratives now.
Yeah, and that was important for me. And every TV show I've been on, that was something that was important. I wanted to highlight that because that's something that we get a bad rep, man. And for the dads that do the job and really do it. I'm not talking about sending the paycheck. That's just a small portion of it.
Right.
I'm talking about, like you said, taking the time to ask them, how are you doing? Involving them in your life, bringing them little knuckleheads to the gym with you. Whatever it is that you're doing, involve them in your life, man. So that's important. And I'm honored that man, that was impressive to you, man. I wasn't trying to do it for that, but a lot of people really respected me for that.
No, that was real. That was real. We saw that. I mean, some people, we saw a lot of fathers at our gym though. They bring their kids to play basketball, and you just training your boys was a different level that I've seen in that gym. So I appreciate that.
So now listen, we're gonna switch a little bit, man. So ending up on the book, man, I just want you to give the people your synopsis, man, on why my book Get Old Dime and you feel is a great purchase for men, young men. What do you think a person could get from it?
I think it's a good book, and I think young men or anybody that's thinking about something to read that is going to be close to their day-to-day life should pick up your book. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. If you read, let's say, for example, Obama's memoirs, for example, that shit is filtered.
That shit is 100% filtered.
It's filtered. So they're gonna pull the curtain a little bit, like a little peephole into Obama's day-to-day grind. But with your book, is more of a realistic. you came from one step from you could actually see the progression. Your first job, your first customer service, your first failure, your first heartbreak, your first
my first girlfriend, my
you,
first
you,
everything.
you see what I'm saying? The military,
Yeah.
how you went into the military, why you went to the military, how you ended up on some random campus. You see what I'm saying? All of that is what a young teenage boy that is growing up right now is probably walking through as well. So
That's
there's
right.
no filtration on it of, oh, it has to be clean because
Nah, nah.
you know what I'm saying? Same thing with like if I read a Will Smith book now, right?
Oh,
Same
man.
thing. It's gonna be filtered. It's not gonna give me all the juicy detail of how the progression really works. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But with your book is more raw of, okay, this is not a not this not discredit, but let's say this is not a big author yet. It's coming.
Right.
It's
It's
coming,
coming.
but not
It's
yet,
coming though.
right? So we can get the raw emotion and the rawness of his day to day now.
That's
So
right.
I like books like that. I like beginners books like that. That the author is openly honest with us.
So, it's compared. It's like that rapper. He been trying to make that first album before he put his blood, sweat,
Oh,
tears into that first album,
right.
and you'll never get that type of
At all.
authenticity again.
At all. So yeah,
You're right. You're right.
that's
All
why
right.
I never get mad. Speaking of hip hop album, I never get mad at 50 after Get Rich or Die Trying.
Oh man,
You
you'll
will
never
never
get
get
that
there.
again.
It doesn't matter what you do. I don't care what you do.
You
Yeah,
can't
not
recreate that
that.
hunger.
So there's
No.
nothing going on. He's living a
All
better
right.
life, and I'm happy for those progressions, but I have to see that progression. You see what I'm saying? See it in his
I
music,
need to see it. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, let's talk hip hop for a minute. Give me if you and your wife, you're on the island. I'm telling you, you can only bring, all right, one dish, one your favorite dish of food, and you can only bring two hip hop albums. What type of food are you gonna bring? And what two hip hop albums can you can only bring? Who are you taking with you?
No, no question at all. Off the top, jollof rice. Look up jollof rice. Nigerian Lagos jollof
You
rice.
told me about that
I don't
already,
care.
brother. I've already tried it.
Undefeated. I don't care where Africans always have this debate.
It's
My
a
jollof
debate.
rice is the
Yeah.
best. No, Lagos jollof rice is the best. I don't care. Debate among yourselves. Best jollof rice in the world is Nigerian Lagos jollof rice. Anyway, so that's my favorite dish. I could eat
Okay.
that the entire time I'm there.
Okay.
Albums: Get Rich or Die Trying, 50 Cent,
Mm.
and the Carter 2, Lil Wayne.
Ooh. Now,
Those two
what?
albums,
Okay,
and
go
that's
ahead.
pretty recent. Other than that, I listen to Tupac every now and then, but I stop after a while. But those two albums, it doesn't matter what is happening. It got to be on repeat. Both of them. The whole album, not just one track, but no, the whole thing. Get Rich or Die Trying on repeat.
So
The
what
whole
is it
album.
what is it about Get Rich or Die Trying that really to this day? Because I'll tell you, for me with the album in '03, I was in that selling those t-shirt grinds, and he was such a hungry energy, like I'm gonna make it no matter what. And you just felt that. That's what I loved about the album. What did the album do for you? And still do, man.
Man, that album just, how can I describe it? I don't even know. It's weird because I don't even listen to those type, like I don't listen to hip hop music that much anymore, like that. Like I more listen to conscious music, but
Mm-hmm.
that album was just raw from the beginning to the end. Like the intro, the many men, the even the one he did with Eminem on
Oh man, I've been patiently waiting for a track
patiently.
this
Oh my
strong.
goodness, I could
God.
play that all day. What's the other one?
The whole album, man.
Oh,
I mean, the whole
nobody
album.
likes me.
Me,
The last track,
man.
nobody
Yeah,
likes me. Man, I
nobody,
could put that on
man.
repeat. And then on the Carter, I don't even know where to start. But one of my favorite, I run. As a matter of fact, when I run outside and I get hype, I'm listening to the Mob, the Mob from Carter 2, Little Wayne,
And
the
that's a
Mob.
hard, that's
Go
a hard
listen
one,
to
man.
that. Go listen to that record. Go listen.
Okay.
I'm telling everybody right now. I know it's old record. Go listen to what Little Wayne was saying in that record. Go listen.
Okay.
It will motivate you to fly.
Yeah, I might have to go back and listen to the
I'm
Mob, man.
serious. It will motivate you to fly. I'm in the sky when the thunder was crying. What? Turn the record off.
No, hey, always say no more. You're done, man. Stop. It's over.
What? I put it down when this others was playing. When he gets into that scheme right there and he started talking about he brought bodies to the zoo to feed the lion. He stole food from a bear to feed the lion. Come on, what are we talking about? Every time I'm running to that song is different. It's different.
Oh, do you feel Lil Wayne gets his just due, man, as an all-time great lyric? Because in a lot of the GOAT debates, he gets left out.
I don't think so. I think they put him up there with Jay-Z, don't they? I don't think so.
Well, you know what? Maybe I think for my generation, well, I mean, we're pretty much close. He never makes cracks my top five. Also, my top five has always been Pac, but it's Nas now. Nas, I love what Nas is doing, man. It's Nas, it's Pac, it's Big, it's
Right.
and then for me, I'll go last. I'll put Jay-Z in there at five. But Wayne is coming up there off the bench. What about you?
So I have Pac, I have 50,
Okay.
I have Talib Kweli,
Nice.
Wayne,
Nice.
and Jay-Z.
It sounded like he was coming down between him and somebody else.
Well, between him and M.
Oh, it was nasty.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I add Jay-Z over M because some of the growth in Jay-Z's, even now, some of the things they say, like that 444 album.
Oh, that was a grown man now.
I don't know why people don't like that album, but it's growth. It's what I don't know about you, but I want to know all these businesses. I want to know what's happening out here. I want to know how this money continue to move. You see what I'm saying? And that's what that album kind of did for me as well. Like, all right, well, you could continue to put your money to your ear, or you could buy things that is actually tangible. I bought my house because of that. I bought a house right away.
Yeah, what you said? Well, damn, let me go buy me a damn house. Then.
Right away.
But you got to be in a particular space, for that type of album. And unfortunately, a lot of hip hop, they would rather just have mindless, feel good music, man. And I want to grow. I want to evolve. But that you got to be in a different space. Most people just want mindless, feel good. Yeah, music.
Don't get me wrong. It's time to get ratchet. I'm out here.
Nah! What your ratchet music is, man?
Ratchet. Hey, when it's time to get ratchet, it don't even matter. Whatever is ratchet out there, let's do it.
Oh, you're a married man. Now let me ask you this. I got to. Current affairs. What would you do if you was married to Jada Pinkett, man? Now I know your wife would never do that to you. But what's your take, man, on Will Smith and this Jada Pinkett thing? Like, why would go ahead, brother?
So what will I do? First of all, my temperament. I would never be married to a lady like that.
True. That's true. Not you.
You know, and it's not like when I say temperament, guys, I don't mean like, I get a violent or nothing. No. I mean like my mannerism is way too like it doesn't attract those type of women.
Oh, it's super chill.
You see what I'm saying? Like you've seen my wife.
Real chill. She's even more chiller than you.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So, and then what was the other question?
No, I was just saying, man, you know what, in that event like that, like, how do you, what's your take on that? Because, it's like, I'm like, bro, just leave the girl, man. Whatever she got on you, my man, just leave it. Will, stop the embarrassment. I just hate to see the embarrassment of the man. That's all.
But you know what though? The reason why I feel bad for Will Smith is because most men right now is going through a Jada Pinkett. Most men. I used to date a Jada Pinkett. But here's the thing. We're not famous. The only reason why this is so bad looking is because this lady is famous out there. And for some reason, we like to follow celebrities for whatever reason. It's just a tip. If you think about it, most of our aunties talk shit about their boyfriend to the community. The only difference is this lady, which is our auntie, has a platform to do this nonsense. If nobody's paying attention to it, it's just an Auntie Sarah down the street. Oh, there she go talking to about her boyfriend again. That's it.
So, you just said something that was profound. You're telling me, you just added some light, brother. You're saying that Jada Pinkett ain't, we all got Jada Pinkett's around us, but they just ain't famous. We all got some woman that's talking shit about their man, embarrassing their man, downplaying him, but they just don't have a platform. You know what? So Jada Pinkett is really just a product of what's already in society. She just got a spotlight.
That's why the memes are so funny. The memes are typical day-to-day pain of everybody. Like, how many times you thought you were with a girl, and it turns out this girl don't even see you as a boo, but the whole time you thinking you the boo. And the girl is like, nah, that's just my friend. That's exactly what she's doing.
That's right.
Think about it. Oh, we've been divorced since 2016. Does he know that? He just acting like that. Am I missing something? He just slapped a whole grown adult on TV.
That thing like he cares.
And said, don't talk about whatever. Keep my wife's name out your mouth. Excuse me? Does he know that you guys are divorced? I'm just asking. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why I feel bad for him in that aspect. But the whole thing doesn't even move me. It's like, okay, we hear you. You've been divorced. Go away. You just once you sell that book, then what?
Yeah.
Then what? Now we've heard the whole thing. What's next?
Next, nothing. And stop talking about the damn Tupac stories, lady. Okay, we're tired of you talking about Tupac. He's been dead almost 30 years. Let it go.
Actually, I like the fact that they're keeping that current. I kind of like the fact that they're keeping that still present, because at least now it seems like some police have the police department have decided to do something, and now we got movement again.
Yeah.
So we can debunk the whole Tupac faked his death and move to Saudi Arabia or wherever they told us he moved.
He lives in Cuba.
That.
Yeah, we can debunk.
You see what I'm saying? Conspiracy theorists. We could debunk all of that nonsense. Okay, now that we got this guy, okay, Jada, what else is going on?
Not a damn thing.
You see what I'm saying?
God, man. Oh, that's beautiful, brother. Only your mind would make it make sense like that. You're right. It's a big deal. We all got Jada Pinkett's around us. They just ain't famous. Ooh. Ooh.
Like, my aunts will be talking about their man, and I'll be like, "But you still with him, though?" And they'll be like, "No, I'm not with him. I'm in between places." Excuse me? You live in this. What are you talking about? You have a whole. That's the part that kills me about this whole thing. I'm like, wait, does Will Smith know that? Like, you have a whole red table talk in that man's house. And what are we doing?
You were smashing the little boy in his house.
I hate the internet. I hate the internet. I hate the internet. The internet put these things in my face and I get irritated. I hate the internet. I'm like, I don't care about, like, Red Table Talk with that whole entanglement thing was supposed to clear all of this, right?
Yeah.
And then we move on.
Right.
Wasn't that the whole point of the Red Table Talk?
Yeah, they were supposed to bring clarity and it was gonna quell it, but now she comes back out with this damn book and they ain't been together since 2016. Lady, god damn. What do you want? What more do you want from the man? God.
That's why I just, you gotta treat certain news, like certain information, like a background noise.
Yeah.
That's how celebrities are to me. Like once you get past the allure of celebrities, you understand that they're just human being like you and I.
Man. They ain't nothing but human beings like
You know what I'm
everybody else,
saying?
man.
How many
You
baby
want
mamas have you dealt with? Maybe not to the extent of Will Smith, but that is kind of like this. Just making up shit as she goes. Just I'm
hey,
gonna make up
I
this
mean,
set.
yeah, just talking about her ex dude and he ain't this and he ain't that and he ain't and you're right. That's the same thing Jada Pinkett do. You're right. So
I
it
agree.
ain't nothing new. We all got them.
Let's focus. Let's
You're
focus.
right.
It's all about money, man. It's all about money.
Get
There's
your
a lot of
money.
money out here.
Oh man, one more time. I just want to tell you, thank you, brother. I have enjoyed you on Cigar Chats with Max, man. I'm about to, man. The people gonna see this one, man. We're gonna probably drop this episode, man, parts of it today because it's just too good.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for
Hey,
having me.
man, let the people know if you want to give your IG handle where they can find you. But I'm gonna tag you, man, and things of that nature, man. If you want to give your handle, if not, that's cool too, bro.
So on my IG is at Lagos Boy 28. Lagos Boy is spelled LAGOS 28. And on TikTok, Omoeko, which is the same thing as Lagos Boy, except somebody already took Lagos Boy. So I was able to grab Omoeko, which is OMOEKO. It's my language version of Lagos Boy is Omoeko 28 as well. So it's Omoeko 28, Lagos Boy 28 on IG, 28 on TikTok.
Nice. Well, brother, I appreciate you, man. We're gonna get ready, man, to get up on out of here, man. It has been a pleasure.
Thanks
Hey,
for having
I'm
me,
gonna have
sir.
to come anytime. I might have to come get a workout with you, man. Maybe
Let's do it.
you in
Let's
the
do
gym.
it.
What time you in the gym tomorrow, man? Same old time? About
5
9, 8,
a.m.
9?
5
No,
a.m.
I won't see your ass tomorrow at 5 a.m.
Oh, no. Tomorrow is Saturday, right?
Yeah, you know I'm used to go about 12
Oh, tomorrow
on
is Saturday.
Saturday.
Tomorrow is 8 a.m.
I'm not gonna promise you. I'll text you if I make it out that way.
You ain't gonna make it.